The Day Billy Fell Off the Cliff by Byron Broussard. The Day Billy Fell Off the Cliff, Part 20. The voice from outside here again. This time we are going to do a move that would be perfect for the movie adaptation. This time we shall move to the same moment between Lisa and Rick. Rick is fighting Lisa, if you didn't catch on. Conveniently enough, the new relevant history is the fight we were just reading. Lisa had just sprayed lava on Rick and decapitated him again. Our coordinates are frequency is intuition, body is Lisa's flaming body, surrounding is the land of fire, also known as our intuition being intuition, our time as Lisa, and our location as the land of fire. There, Lisa said inside her head while looking down at the seemingly defeated Rick. The crowd of flaming people watching moved in closer. Was the lava really necessary? Lee asked in his toneless voice. Lisa's body opened its mouth and yelled as she scanned the crowd. They said he was a sociopath, and he certainly was intent on not being bested by me, nor conversing. Lisa looked back at Rick, who was on the coals with his eyes closed. He's not digging himself into a hole, Lisa said inside her head, while bending down close to him. She reached out a hand to place on his head. Maybe we can connect our doors. Rick's eyes opened as Lisa's hand made contact. She decided to send the old-fashioned emotions of wanting to talk instead of trying to show him how to connect the doors in this moment. Rick let out a huge strike of lightning from his crumpled body. Lisa grabbed his still decapitated head with both her flaming hands and stood up. I just want to talk to you. It's about Billy and the intuitions. Lisa was yelling in her head, attempting to communicate with the head of Rick. Lava began shooting from her flaming body and onto Rick's head. I was going to suggest giving him time or letting me try to speak to his intuition, but we are quickly passing up that opportunity, Lee said from the hole he was hiding in. Well, I'll just consume him, Lisa said, while looking around to make sure the crowd wasn't getting any ideas. Rick's body stood up. Step inside my office, Lisa said to Rick's head before she consumed him. Lisa closed her eyes and entered the darkness of self-reflection. Her image was on the second story of the open middle office building. Rick's image was on the first floor looking around. Nice space, Rick said seemingly to no one. I imagined it would be Billy who relieved me of my duty. Who are you? Lisa appeared next to Rick and introduced herself. Hi there, Rick. I'm Lisa. Her image extended a hand towards Rick's. He shook her hand. I am a new addition to the Billy team, seeking to make myself less of a third wheel. I'm sure you can understand that. Lisa opened her arm in a directing manner and showed Rick to one of the offices with blue translucent walls. Billy told me to be a holding cell until someone overpowered my will, Rick said dreamily, walking into the office. I knew he knew that it would have to be someone he sent or Billy himself. What did he give you to make you so direct? Rick asked Lisa. Lisa gave herself me, Lee said, jumping out of one of the office chairs with his phantom black arms raised. Pleasure to make your acquaintance, Lee said in his toneless voice. Rick shook his head. Please have a seat. We have much to discuss, Lisa said while pulling out a chair for Rick at the table. Rick sat down in the seat away from Lee. Lisa sat in between them. Want to be our teammate? Lee asked in a toneless voice, an eagerness in his eyes. You do know that I just released about 100,000 flaming people into this world with knowledge of their immortality, don't you? Rick asked, looking from Lisa to Lee pleadingly. This has to be about more than making a new partner. Lisa looked blankly at Rick. Lee was smiling. I know you are not exactly worried about what will happen to a couple thousand flaming people that already know they're immortal, Lisa said, pointing at Rick and putting her hand to her chin. I'm curious what you are worried about. Let us go through it together.